I know that one of the things that everybody will be watching closely tonight to see, and this has been some controversy, the Democratic Party all along has said, we're going to keep this clean. It's not about Bush. It's not about the present administration. Yet there has been that theme throughout much of their talk. They keep bringing up the president now and the Bush administration. I know one thing that everybody will be watching closely to see how much Kerry actually refers to the Bush administration, because on one hand I know there's been a lot of criticism that although they're saying they want to keep it away from Bush and away from negative comments, it tends to go that way. So I think we'll be watching closely on that tonight.
Definitely, Jay. We'll definitely be watching that, as well as see if Kerry can electrify the crowd. So right now we're going to bring in two guests to talk about that, because tonight here at the Fleet Center, the home of the Celtics and the Boston Bruins, Senator John Kerry will look to bring the Democratic Party the ultimate championship in politics, the White House. But the symbolism of accepting that honor in a sports arena is more than a metaphor. Sports has been and remains a way of life for the senator from Massachusetts. Critics and even some supporters have tabbed John Kerry as dull and old, yet another middle-aged man who doesn't appeal to the younger generations. But Kerry's sports interests certainly aren't middle-aged. While recent presidents have pursued activities like golf and jogging, the 60-year-old Massachusetts senator is passionate about windsurfing, snowboarding, and most extreme of all, kite surfing.
Kerry, it seems to me, has a kind of an X Games mentality. For a 60-year-old, he has an X Games mentality. He likes doing difficult sports. Windsurfing is really hard. Snowboarding is difficult, particularly if you've skied all your life. 100-mile bike rides, they're very difficult. He clearly likes challenges. He likes doing difficult things.
I can't think of anyone who we've had as a presidential candidate who's been a cover boy for American Windsurfer magazine. It's
only recently that Kerry's interests have turned to the extreme sports. While in high school at St. Paul's boarding school in New Hampshire, Kerry played hockey, lacrosse, and soccer.
He was a forward in hockey, and an attackman, and sometimes a midfielder, I think, in lacrosse. Long legs, long arms, very graceful, clearly wanted to be graceful, wanted to play the game in a stylish way.
What was it like to play with Kerry?
Kerry, as a teammate, was a bit of a mix. But what you see today of John is this earnestness and seriousness and a little bit of aloofness. Doesn't mean we shouldn't respect him, but he was sometimes hard to get close to. Yet, in the heat of action of a game, in the huddle, so to speak, you know, or before the game or at halftime, he was the guy who'd come around and pound me on the back. I was a goalie on both of these teams. Pound me on the back and encourage me.
A good but not great athlete, Kerry went on to play soccer at Yale. But sports have remained a part of his life long after his scholastic playing days.
He likes to get out there. I mean, he's an honest-to-goodness rink rat. He doesn't have a lot of natural talent, and you know, he's pushing 60, but he likes to get out there and he likes to compete.
While the sports Kerry chooses to play may be atypical for a 60-year-old, his rooting interests are much more in line with other Boston fans, no matter what the age.
I asked him what his highest high in sports was, and it was much easier to name the worst moment. Instantly recalled that he was 30 yards away from Bill Buckner when the ball rolled through his legs.
Even a presidential candidate, it seems, can't escape the curse of the Bambino. But even if Kerry becomes president, it's unlikely the activities he does to escape will change.
There's been a lot of discussion among his classmates over the last couple of years about John. And the one thing that we can all agree on is that he hasn't changed. He's very much the same person that he was when he was 16. He's more a jock than I ever was, now at the age of 60.
So if Kerry does win in November, Republican congressmen are not the only ones whose job will get a bit harder, because rather than cruising around in a golf cart, the Secret Service agents will likely have to learn to kite surf. Joining me now, Marvin Nicholson, a personal aide to Senator Kerry, who met him while caddying for him, and John Chow, editor of American Windsurfer magazine, whose friendship with John Kerry began 5 years ago on a windsurfing outing off the coast of Nantucket. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, Kit. How you doing?
Good. Now, Marvin, I was looking, or I heard actually from a little birdie, that your business card says Chief of Staff to Senator Kerry. What exactly does that mean?
The birdie was right, first
The birdie
of all.
was right. Good, good.
And that basically means I'm in charge of all the stuff.
Stuff?
All the stuff.
What sort of stuff?
Goes from like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to like rigging up the windsurfing gear.
Do you have something written on your hand here? Is this a special? I thought it was a special note, something for Senator Kerry for tonight's
Sharpie,
speech.
people, Sharpie. I carry Sharpies in the rope line, and I get ink all over me.
Now, you also have caddied for Senator.
He's a very good golfer. Very good golfer.
Has he ever thrown a club?
No. When you have a good caddy, there's no need to throw clubs.
Now, John, you're his windsurfing buddy. What is it about windsurfing that appeals to Senator Kerry?
Well, there's a tremendous amount of challenge in windsurfing, and the whole idea is to become one with nature. And I think the senator really likes to be connected with bigger elements that are bigger than himself.
What kind of windsurfer is he?
He's great. And we've sailed like 70 miles from Falmouth to Nantucket for 4 years straight, and he's quite a powerful man.
John, how would you say that John Kerry, the athlete, has helped shape John Kerry, the man?
Well, you know, the athlete part of it, it takes a tremendous amount of dedication and strength of character, especially for windsurfing, because there's a high level of difficulties in that sport. And I've never seen anybody as determined as John. And when I saw that, I really realized that this guy is really made out of the right stuff.
Marvin, critics out there say that Senator Kerry, they say he's dull, they say he's old, but I mean, you ski, you snowboard, you climb mountains with him. You know, we see pictures of him doing all this stuff, yet we don't hear his passion. Why is that?
Yeah, it's like the biggest misconception about John Kerry. You know, they say he's, you know, just this boring kind of guy, but it couldn't be further from the truth. You know, he likes to get out, he likes to be outside, he likes to go fast, he likes challenges. He's a really cool guy.
John, you hang out with him a lot when you windsurf. Describe the John Kerry that you know.
Well, he's a tremendously compassionate guy, and somebody that you just love to hang out with. I didn't know him from Adam. Our interview, we ended up hanging out for a whole year for this article. So it says a lot about the guy to have that kind of freedom to just take anybody like myself and make a friend out of it. And I think that's quite a testament to him, his character.
Marvin, if he's elected president, what does this mean for you? What will your next job be within the administration?
It's a hell of a question. I don't know if
That's why I'm here.
You're doing a great job, by the way. The senator can't stop talking about you.
Raving about me. I was waving to him.
Every morning watching this show. Every morning. Thank you.
Yeah,
Cold pizza. We're watching this. I don't know if there's a chief of staff job in the White House, but I think there's going to be one come January 2005.
What about Secretary of Fun or something? That could be your title.
Secretary of Fun. That's not a bad idea.
See, I'm working for you here, Marvin. I got your back.
Maybe we can get together later, talk about it a little more.
John, if he does get elected, what does this mean for the Secret Service? How hard is it to learn to windsurf?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of volunteers out there. They're all talking about it. They want to apply, so there's a good group of guys out there that would love to see him in the White House and become a Secret Service. What
are the chances of him being able to continue to windsurf if he is elected?
Well, windsurfing is actually a very safe sport, and there's low impact. I mean, you fall into water, and you come out laughing. And so.
But the Potomac, can he windsurf out there?
Well, we just have to get him out of the Hood River more often and sail on the Columbia River Gorge there.
All right, Marvin, quickly before we go,
yes.
what's the senator's mood right now before his big night tonight?
He's feeling great. You know, we've just came off of a roll-in tour. We've been, you know, through a number of states, and the senator's ready. What
are you doing to relax him today? You gonna do anything fun?
Today, I don't know. We're gonna be hanging out at the house a bit. You know, we might go out, throw the ball around a little bit. Might go for a bike. Hard to say. You know, it's gonna be a busy day, so we'll try to fit in as much as we can.
All right, Marvin, best of luck to you with your new position, hopefully. John, very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, John. Now for a look at the morning's top headlines, we send it back to New York to Thea Andrews.